All right. Glad they segued that because it was really serious. So I'm going to talk about micro distilling, artisan distilling, craft spirits, artisan spirits, blah, blah, blah. Whatever you want to call it, I don't care. Doesn't matter. But I'm going to talk about why it matters, why you should care. I am James Yoakum. I'm starting a distillery in Camden, which is a crazy thing to do. First off, a little quote from my man Mark Twain. He said, "Whiskey's for drinking, water's for fighting over." I get what he meant, but I think it's really fun to also fight about whiskey and like, what's good whiskey, what's shit whiskey, what's good, what's fun, whatever. But anyway, in case you don't know, what is distilling? I hope you know. But it's basically the process of concentrating alcohol and flavor using a still. These are some Scottish stills. That's my little one over in Camden. They come in all shapes and sizes. Anything you drink over 20% alcohol has probably been distilled. Was invented thousands of years ago, probably in various places. We don't really know. But we do know that in early America, they drank a ton of distilled spirits. Brandy, rum, whiskey. They drank a lot up until Prohibition when they stopped completely. And before Prohibition, they were making spirits all over the place from any kind of stuff they could get their hands on, apples, grapes, molasses. After Prohibition, it all consolidated to like big distilleries in Kentucky, Indiana, and Tennessee. And got really boring because they were all making the same stuff in the same places for several decades after Prohibition. And today there's 8 companies in the world that control 70% of the bar. So you see all these different bottles, but it's really like the same stuff under different labels going to 8 companies. But now craft distilling's coming along, which is exciting. It's a lot like craft beer, where 20 years ago we started to see little breweries making beer. Now we're seeing that with distilleries. There's all these mixologists that want new and fun things to play with. And so we're getting back to variety. We got vodka made from honey here. We've got blue corn whiskey from Texas, which is crazy and fun. Quinoa whiskey, that's a little bit outside the box, but quinoa's fun stuff. And we're getting back to local too. Like there's stuff made around this area. Blue Coat in Philly, Dad's Hat up in Bucks County. Dogfish is making booze on a little baby still in Delaware. It's vodka from Pittsburgh even. I mean, Pittsburgh love is crazy. So, and soon Camden, which who would have thunk it? But now it's time to like argue, like who's really artisan and craft and all this bullshit. But it all comes down to like authenticity and all these ideas of like, is it small batch? Is it local? Like it all centers around authenticity. And you've heard these arguments with beer. You may have had this argument tonight if you had a few beers. Like, is Goose Island still craft because Budweiser bought them? Like, all this stuff. Is Yingling craft? Is Blue Moon craft because it's made by Coors? It's like, these arguments are out there, and now they're hitting distilling. And so I like to argue it's fun. And one argument is like, who made it? Does that matter? Like, did some douchebag with a beard and a flannel shirt make it? Or did like a guy in a suit with like market research, like did he make it? And who cares? And also, does it matter where you get it? Like, is it craft spirits if you buy it at Walmart? I don't know. Is it craft if it's like served at TGI Fridays in your margarita? I don't know. Like, we got to figure this out, guys. It's important. I need you to argue about it. Also important, like, what does the label say? What is like, where do these ingredients come from? Are they organic? Like, important stuff. And then, does it matter how it was made? Like, is it really handmade or does it just say that? And it's hard to figure out. But basically, the point is, why should you care? You're here at Johnny Brenda's, which is like local beer, locally sourced food. So you probably get why you should care, why it's important to support local businesses. And it's the same with distilling. They haven't been around for a while because it's like crazy regulated. They're coming back, so it's important to look out for them. And what you can do to support them is like, ask your bartender, hey, what do you have that was made locally? Tell me about it. What's special? Show an interest. Expand your horizons. Look for new things. I kind of recommend shopping at the liquor stores in Delaware and like New Jersey because Pennsylvania is a little oppressive, but you didn't get that from me. And hopefully they can throw the last slide up because it tells what you can do to like help me specifically, which is follow me on Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff. But the handle is at NJ Distiller. Yeah, there we go. Oh! It doesn't matter. And if you want to see what a small distillery looks like, you may have toured like a Jack Daniel's or something. If you want to see a small one, I'll be open next Thursday for the Camden Art Crawl, and you can see what a tiny little distillery looks like. So thanks.